What's going on, everyone? It's your boy K-Mac, back here once again with the Blitzburg Coverage Podcast. I'm your host. Here we go, man. First preview of the season, because we didn't do one last week. A lot of fun shit going on, so here we go, man. Talking Week 2 NFL football, previewing the Pittsburgh Steelers on the road, heading to Denver, a little West Coast trip. I was told it's not West Coast, so we're just going to stay up there in the mountains somewhere in Colorado. Talking about this game and what's been cracking so far this week with injuries, predictions, and even a little bonus parlay bet. I think we're going to add that in sometime, just a little cherry on top, just for some more fun shenanigans. But yeah, man, let's go right into it. Denver Broncos, Pittsburgh Steelers game. 4:25 Eastern Time Sunday. One of the two games on at 4:30. The other one being the Bengals Chiefs. Let's hope the Chiefs fucking pull that shit off. Fuck the Bungles. But here we go, man. Starting off with injuries and all that. It sounded like we're gonna get some Justin Fields again Sunday, and this was kind of something I reiterated a few times throughout this whole off-season / preseason. Was just like, this calf thing is going to be a lingering issue with Russell Wilson. So it's like, this might not be the end of it. And the problem is, that puts Tomlin in a weird spot, because it's just like, when Russell Wilson is fully healthy, or if he gets fully healthy, what do? I guess it depends on how we're doing. If the team's winning, how do you really go to Russell Wilson? You don't owe nothing to him. You didn't pay a shit ton of money to him, so you didn't invest a lot into him other than, he was probably more or less supposed to be the starter. When he's healthy, he's supposed to be the starter. But I don't really know how are we going to roll, how are we going to go about this whole quarterback musical chairs situation that may present itself. Because it's like, let's say you put Russ in and he hasn't had a whole lot of reps. Then he starts to suck. Then you put Fields back in there. And now he's cold coming off the bench, but he's had reps. I don't know. It'd be a whole lot different if Fields, sucks. But it's like, if we win this game and Fields looks solid again, how do you go to Russell Wilson at that point? I don't know. It's going to be... It's a tough call, it's a tough call, but Tomlin, he has the guts to do that. The guy that doesn't live in his fears. But, yeah, so we got that hanging over our heads a little bit right now. Offensive line, there's been a little bit of a switch up with Dan Moore Jr. missing practice that one day with his ankle swelling up. It sounded like we put Big Brother Jones, a.k.a. Broderick Jones, back at left tackle. And now that Troy Fautanu healthy, we had him taking some reps, first team reps, our right tackle. So, that's kind of the lineup I was wanting anyways. But, apparently Dan Moore Jr. had a solid week 1. And honestly, if he turns out to be a solid left tackle, then at least we have potentially 3 maybe decent tackles. So it is what it is. But at some point, best believe Broderick Jones and Troy Fautanu will be in there at some point. But a lot of people in Pittsburgh are speculating that Dan Moore Jr., based off of the practice reports yesterday, sounded like he got back to practice, and now they're saying Dan Moore Jr. is going to be the starting left tackle and Troy Fautanu is going to be the right tackle. I don't know. I don't see that fucking happening. Fautanu is probably going to back up. Broderick Jones be the right tackle. Leave it as is, man. Until someone has a bad day, just leave it as is. All right. I thought the line played well enough last week, so there's that. And now we get to the receivers. Roman Wilson actually started practicing this week. He was kind of on the fence last week about playing, but he says he's feeling a lot better. He's actually able to run some routes. He had a full participation of practice yesterday. As we're recording live, it is Friday, so... it's pretty early in the day, however, so we won't really know the full extent of these guys until later today when the final injury report comes out. But Roman Wilson at least is trending in the right direction, and we're going to need him soon. So hopefully he just, does his thing. And, we'll get him back when he's ready. But if he could come back this week, that would be a massive help to this offense, especially considering who we're playing. As far as the defensive side of the ball goes, healthy, pretty injury clean free. Patrick Queen missed practice yesterday, so that's just kind of something to monitor. I think it's just hopefully something that just a little stinger. Hopefully something he'll be cool to go Sunday. But if not, I think we'll be okay there. But it'd be better to have as many guys as we can get on defense, considering that's where our best players are at. So, but let's talk about this game, man. Heading on the road to Denver, a place we haven't won at Denver since 2009 on a primetime game way back in my early days. So, for whatever reason, every time we've gone out there since then, it has not gone our way. I hate even bringing this up, but, the Tebow game, and then we went out there for a playoff game again against Peyton Manning. Things didn't go too well. And then you're talking about when we went out there back in 2018, and we blew that game with 3 turnovers. For whatever reason, man, we just have a hard problem. We have a hard time beating Denver as is, but especially in Denver. So, I think this game's going to be tough. It's any Sunday, man, any given Sunday, NFL. These guys are all professionals. Current point spread is Steelers -3, and we know when Tomlin is favored in games, it's wishy-washy. And the last time we played a rookie quarterback on the road was last year when we went to Houston to play a quote-unquote very bad Houston 2-win team led by rookie head coach DeMeco Ryans. And what do you know what happened? An embarrassing 30-6 loss in which we got fucking manhandled. Now, if we lose Sunday, do I see it going that bad? Probably not. But I would be a fool to say I feel fully confident in this being a win. Should it be a win? Absolutely. Are we better than Denver? Yes. But that doesn't mean anything. Because, you could have a bad day. They could have a good day. But I don't think Bo Nix is going to be as good as C.J. Stroud in this league. Sean Payton is still I would say, a very solid offensive-minded head coach. So I don't really doubt him. I think he's, pretty solid, man. I can't really hate on Sean Payton, other than the whole Bounty Gate or whatever it was with Brett Favre. But yeah, I think this is going to be a closer game than people are expecting. I see a game very similar-esque to last week in which the defense is going to need a couple takeaways, though I don't think they'll get 3. We should have had 4 takeaways, if we're being honest. Dante Jackson should have had 2 picks. T.J. Watt got robbed of that offsides play where he strip-sacked Kirk Cousins and had arguably one of the best time snapped I've ever seen. So that was another takeaway. That's 2 more. That gives us 4. Should have had 4 takeaways last week, but it's whatever. I don't see us replicating that same success. Though I think we'll be able to get after Bo Nix. Garrett Bowles, starting tackle for the Denver Broncos. Sounds like he might be out, and he's actually a pretty good tackle, to be honest. So he might be down. So, it's going to be really this game is honestly on our defense. If they get us a couple takeaways and we play game management type of ball like last week where, don't really risk it too much for the biscuit, but just, put ourselves in some good third manageable situations, I think we can win this game. But I expect a lower scoring defensive game just like last week, Hopefully we get to see a little bit of Jalen Warren this week as he gets healthier with that hamstring. But I still expect Naj to tote the rock at least 20 times. A little bit of Cordell in there. And with Patrick Surtain guarding GP, that's going to be one heck of a matchup to watch. I'll be curious to see how they play that one out. I think Freiermuth is going to get more involved this week. He was the second go-to guy in the passing game last week, though it was very limited passing attack. But that's how we knew it was going to be. Coming into the season, we knew it was going to be a very, 3-set, heavy run formations, things of that nature. Especially with Fields in there, throwing him in there last minute. We all knew it was going to be a very game management type of offense. So maybe this week we'll open it up a little bit more, but I look for really more of the same. Fields' job is to manage the game. Don't fuck it up, and just do your thing. Run the ball when you can, and extend the plays, and get some yards, and you can get them. So I look really for a very similar formula, offensively speaking, as last week. But it would be huge if we got Roman Wilson back, because I saw little to no separation from these receivers as far as Calvin Austin and Van Jefferson go. I saw nothing out of their game. So I think Roman Wilson would be a very, low-key, nice addition to get back. Even if he could play limited snaps out of the slot, just to get someone out there that maybe can create separation, because that's what we need. But as far as Denver goes, Cortland Sutton is their go-to guy. Javonte Williams and McLaughlin are the running backs, so I think they'll probably be a very run-heavy type of... It's just going to be a lot of running in this game. A lot of heavy runs, similar to last week, though I expect more out of single-back formations, not so much pistol and all that stretch shit that fucking Atlanta did last week. But, I mean, if we hold Denver scoreless in the second half and we hold them to around 14-ish, 10 points, we'll win this ball game. So my confidence level is probably about a 6 right now. Justin Fields did play Denver last season, and he did lose against, I think it was fucking Russell Wilson, but Justin Fields went off. I think he had like 4 or 5 total touchdowns, 200-ish passing, a couple passing touchdowns, and I think at least 1 rushing touchdown. So, there's some familiarity there. I wouldn't doubt if Russell Wilson probably knows a thing or two about that squad. I'm sure he's, giving, Tomlin and them probably maybe some useful information. But Tomlin's that's not really how he rolls. He's not going to be a snake. But I bet they're doing something about that. They're going to do whatever they can to win. But yeah, I think this is going to be a solid game. And this is a very critical game because it's our first AFC game. Last week was NFC, so not as important, but still a road victory. Those are tough to get. And now we're going to Denver. Be nice to get our first win there in about 15 years. And with the Ravens playing the Raiders, I think they'll probably win. I'm not sure what to make of Jacksonville and Cleveland. And then we got the Bungles going to KC. But they'll be playing, those other 2 games will be over before we play, so we'll know where we stand as far as the division goes around that time. And then the Bengals play the Chiefs. Those games are always real close and very competitive, so who knows. But Burrow and the Bengals didn't look too good last week. They're having a lot of issues over there with Jamar Chase and his contract. So, but that's got nothing to do with us. We just got to take care of our game. And as long as we got number 90, we got a shot to win every game, man. That guy is just a game wrecker. You can try to stop him, but at some point he's gonna do his thing, man. He's a fucking force of nature, and I wouldn't be surprised if he probably has a sack next week. But I'm sure Sean Payton will try to minimize his impact, but that's what they all try to do. But it don't matter, though, man. That dude's just something else, so we'll see. But, yeah, but I'm looking forward to watching this game, man. I'm very excited. And, if I had to give a score prediction, I like Pittsburgh. I think we win this game 16 to about... Give me 16-13 Steelers win. Hopefully we get a touchdown this week. That would be awesome. I don't know if we'll have 6 scoring drives, but if we have 6 scoring drives where we're getting points, we'll definitely win, and we will definitely score more than 18. I don't expect Boswell to kick 6 field goals again. Would I be mad? No, but we need touchdowns, man. You need touchdowns to beat good teams. If we can just convert some of those scoring drives into touchdowns, we'll be fine. I think we'll get our first touchdown this week. I don't know who's going to be the first one, but if I had to put money on it, I'd probably say Najee is most likely to get it. Maybe Jalen Warren. I think hopefully we get some more out of him this week. I think they're still really just kind of managing his load because the hamstring, and you really don't want to re-irritate that. And so, not sure. But, it's a step in the right direction. Zach Frazier looked solid, so that's cool to see. Hopefully no muff snaps. We need to clean that up. And my recipe for this week, man, is just honestly simply manage the game. Get Pickens involved when you can, but Surtain is one of the best corners in the league, in my opinion. And honestly, in my opinion, I think Patrick Surtain is the best corner in the league. I think he's better than Sauce Gardner. So that's going to be a heck of a matchup. Get Freiermuth the ball, man. See if you can use the middle of the field a little bit. We didn't really use that last week, but that was more of a schematics thing. Arthur Smith pretty much pointed out that the game plan was to avoid the middle of the field with Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates being there in Atlanta. 2 really good safeties. Bates is definitely underrated. Simmons, an older player, but I think we'll probably use the middle of the field a little bit more this week. Try to get some Muth in there. Maybe a little bit of Darnell Washington, but time will tell how that goes. But nonetheless, yeah, give me a close Steelers win this week. And just take care of the ball, play good defense, and make Bo Nix beat you. Shut down the running game, stack the box, put JPJ and Cortland Sutton, and the recipe is the same for me as far as last week. I just repeat what we did last week, get some pressures, and make Bo Nix uncomfortable. We got Minka, JPJ, Deshaun Elliott played good, Dante Jackson played good, Peyton Wilson made a few plays. If Patrick Queen can play better, that'd be great. Though he wasn't really needed as much because the D-line pretty much ate, I guess, apparently according to him. And a little parlay bet I got going this week. If you can single game parlay this, I'm taking Pittsburgh -3. Give me Najee over 52.5 rushing yards. And give me Freiermuth 25+ receiving yards. Put that in a parlay, put a little $10 on it. And make you a little nice money, a little something never hurts. Put 5 or 10 on it. Have a little fun, man. Get loose with the juice. And I cannot wait to see how this game goes. Sunday, fun day Sunday, man. Probably my favorite day of the week. Saturdays or Sundays, but we got a great weekend coming up. Hope you all have a great Friday, great weekend, man. Stay safe. Enjoy the weather. And enjoy the best time of the year. Football season, a.k.a. fall, because fall is the best season. Don't at me. Give your boy a follow. Follow the podcast, Blitzburg Coverage Podcast. You know what we do. We're everywhere, man. Facebook, Twitter /X, YouTube, TikTok. And, give your boy a shout out. Let me know how y'all feeling about the game Sunday. Don't sleep. Hey, man, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen, and got some Muth on. I think he'll be in for a solid game this Sunday. Hopefully we get him involved. I know we paid him a nice contract, so I think it's time we use him. But anyways, you'll have a great time, great day. We're out this thing. Peace.